Welcome to the 41st episode of NPSee, the series that aims to bring the unimportant NPCs from games to light. Let us dive right into the vast province of Cyrodiil in the Elder Scrolls 4 Oblivion. In the eastern city of Shadenhall, a prolific artist lives. Lythandases, a dark elf man and one of very few people who paint, like the hobbyist Astia, provides countless wonderful paintings of the forests of Cyrodiil to its people. He's extremely famous, despite only being mentioned as part of this quest.
Have you heard of him? You haven't? That's strange. Ryth is known far and wide as one of the best painters in all Cyrodiil. His specialty is setting the great forest to canvas. The paintings look so amazingly real that some say they can see the trees sway in the breeze. That's just a silly notion, of course, but it just goes to show the attention to detail Ryth uses when he paints.
And if he were to be lost, the world would get just that bit less colorful. Tragically, that may be the case, as he has gone missing and only we can bring him back from his pastel prison. His dark elf wife, Tavella Lythandases, is the only one we can approach to fill us fully in on the situation. A brush with death begins with the rumor.
Poor Tavella. I hear she's turning Shadenhall inside out looking for her husband Ryth. I hope nothing bad has happened to him. Ryth Lythandases is one of the greatest painters in all Cyrodiil. Sadly, he's gone missing.
Now we must seek Tavella out in their home in the center of town.
I'm Tavella Lythandases. I apologize that I can't give you the respect a guest in my home would normally receive, but I am at my wit's end. I'm sorry to be so forward, but I desperately need your help. It seems that my husband, Ryth, has gone missing, and I just don't know what to do. Ryth likes to work in his studio with the door locked, so no one can disturb him. He usually comes out to eat dinner and sleep, but 2 days ago he didn't come out at all. At first I wasn't worried. He does that occasionally. But when he didn't come out for a full day, I unlocked the studio with a key he said to use only in emergencies. It turned out he wasn't inside. I'm sure he never left that room. Here's the key to Ryth's studio. You may come and go as you please. If you need me, I'll be around the house.
So perhaps something strange happened in the room. Let us investigate. This painting of trees has a fairly unflattering angle. Perhaps if we touch it, the painting sucks us into a painted world. Here we find Ryth.
Where did you come from? You look real enough. You must be from the outside. Oh, thank goodness someone finally came. You're stuck here like I am. Sorry to break it to you like that, but if it wasn't for that annoying thief, we wouldn't be in this predicament. I was in my studio when a Bosmer wearing dark clothing accosted me. Before I could call for help, he knocked me unconscious. When I came to, I found that the door to my studio was still locked and that the thief had snatched my paintbrush. There was something on the canvas of my painting that I hadn't put there. It looked somewhat like a troll, but it was badly done. Then it hit me. Oh! The Bosmer must have leapt into the painting, then painted guardians inside using the brush of true paint. I knew the secret of my success would be revealed one day. I can tell you all about the brush if you like.
The brush of true paint. Let us hear more.
The brush showed up several years ago in the possession of an artist who was serving in the Arnesian War of 396, and he lost the use of both arms. Being a devout follower of Tavella, he prayed to her for something that would allow him to express himself once more. She heard his plea and gifted him with the brush. It's said the bristles of the brush are woven from Tabella's own hair. That injured man was my father. He passed the brush on to me, and I intend to pass it along to my kin one day. The brush allows the artist to paint from within a canvas. It opens a portal into which the artist may enter to paint things life-sized. All the painter has to do is have the brush in his possession, and whatever he imagines appears in the canvas.
That's a marvelous artifact, and one of the rare stories where one of the 9 intervenes directly in Nirn. Seems more of fabrication than the truth to me.
You worship the 9 divines, perhaps? Have they ever helped or harmed you? Of course not.
Unless you can defeat those painted trolls, we have no chance of getting the brush back.
He hands us 6 bottles of turpentine to take care of the 6 trolls. As we wander the land, it is clear that it is painted. The trees, grass, rocks, and especially the sky have a brushed texture that I find quite pretty. And beyond the region, and at its edges, the land turns to the texture of blank canvas, ready to be transformed through the artist's vision. At the low level Crow is, the turpentine guarantees instant slaying on these painted trolls, due to creature scaling with level. Each one drops unique painted troll fat, an alchemy ingredient of which you can only ever obtain 6. At the end of the grove, we find the Bosma thief's corpse, near to the unpainted canvas of his imagination's end.
Yeah!
Picking the brush off his corpse, unfortunately we are not qualified for its use. Luckily, Ryth can get us out of here.
Good work. Now I can paint the portal home.
And with that, we escape.
Tivella.
Ryth, oh my love, you're home safe. I was so afraid.
If it wasn't for my friend here, you'd be right. I don't know how to thank you. I'll never forget what you've done for me. Please take this apron as a token of our friendship. It's not much, but perhaps it will help you in the future. All I ask in return is to keep the brush's existence secret.
We are rewarded with the unique apron of adroitness, which bears a enchantment to fortify agility and intelligence. It has a interesting appearance, dull green with fancy trimmings. Of note, it badly warps the arms when spells are cast. Ghoulish. Now, with the quest complete, they both extend their hospitality and let Crow hang around as he so wishes.
Please share the hospitality of our home.
My house is yours, friend. Please, come back to visit us anytime.
After these events, their lives return to normal. Both of them sleep between midnight and 6 a.m. Ryth heads into the studio first thing and spends the better part of the day painting. Yes, Ryth, keep painting. Maybe after a few weeks you'll finish with that one little section the animation permits you to paint. Only at 6 p.m. does he break for a 2-hour dinner. Tivella becomes more relaxed. She breakfasts from 6 a.m. and may stick around for the day or head outside at 9 a.m. She wanders the local area of Shadenhall, chatting and loitering, and returns home at 7 p.m. Their house is in the center of Shadenhall near the guild halls. It is a sizable, pretty manor of the city's normal design. Inside, it opens to a cozy foyer. Just to the right of the entrance is the door to Ryth's studio. Therein there are easels and plenty blank and painted on canvases for and of his work, as well as a table with painting supplies he probably barely uses due to his magic brush, or perhaps he does the occasional conventional painting. On the other side of the foyer is a rustic door to their basement in which more art supplies are stored among general goods. Stairs lead up to the 2nd floor, well decorated with colourful drapery and, of course, paintings. There is space for living and dining and a bed where the couple sleep. Neither of the Lythandases are fighters, evident in Ryth's inability to fight through the trolls.
I am not a warrior.
They only bear fists and prove ineffective against Crow's katana. Ryth wears a brown shirt, pigskin shoes and tan linens and carries his painting supplies, but the magical brush itself is missing. Tivella dresses in a russet felt outfit. Oh, corn! Let the NPCs Ryth and Tivella Lythandas be NPC'd. Thank you for joining me, and hope to see you again in the next episode.
The scandalous, blasphemous scoffer.